An important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
In a few moments, the news.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The Minuwangoda Corona cluster rises to 2014. A hotline to obtain information regarding the coronavirus provided. 1,117 internship officers have been given appointments. A bilateral agreement signed between Vietnam and Sri Lanka to develop the fisheries sector. News from overseas, early voting records smashed amid enthusiasm wave in the US. The total positive cases of COVID-19 reported from the Minuwangoda cluster topped the grim milestone of 2,000 this evening. This new development came after 42 more persons linked to the cluster were tested positive for the virus. Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva said 22 of the fresh cases are Brandix apparel factory employees and their close contacts who are currently at quarantine centres. The remaining 20 have been identified as close contacts of the apparel factory staffers. Thereby, the total number of novel coronavirus cases registered by the Minuwangoda cluster now stands at 2,014. The state pharmaceutical has initiated a program to provide the relevant medical drugs prescribed by doctors and hospitals to the houses of patients. The objective of this move is to minimize the number of persons visiting the Osasala outlets in the face of the corona pandemic. The Administrative Service of the State Pharmaceuticals has requested the public to purchase their prescribed drugs through WhatsApp using these telephone numbers: 070 190 2744, 070 199 2740, 070 190 2744, or 070 346 6701. I will read those telephone numbers again. 070 190 2744, 070 199 2740, 070 190 2744, or 070 346 6701. Appointments have been provided for 1,117 internship medical officers to fill the existing vacancies in hospitals in the island. The named lists will be provided on the Health Ministry website www.health.gov.lk www.health.gov.lk. Working Director of the Health Services, Director General Specialist Dr. S. Sridharan said that such officials should report for duty on Tuesday to their relevant places of service. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999.
We continue with local news. The bilateral agreement between Sri Lanka and Vietnam has been signed to develop the fisheries industry. The agreement was reached at a discussion held between the ambassador of Vietnam to Sri Lanka, Pham Tu Bi, and Minister Douglas Devananda. The agreement was signed to implement the fisheries project from next year to the year 2025. They exchanged their views of the use of modern technology and experiences on aquaculture cultivation. It is expected to complete many fisheries projects. Minister Douglas Devananda also stated that the agreement signed in the year 2005 gained many successful benefits. The Director General of Health Services notifies the general public that they can obtain the information regarding the coronavirus by dialing 1999 of the Health Promotion Bureau. The measures to be taken to prevent the infection and the spread of the virus and the health guidelines to be followed will be provided on this hotline. The information will be provided in 3 languages. The hotline is in operation 24 hours. The service of specialist doctors will also be provided. Chief Health Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council, Specialist Dr. Ruwan Vijayamuni, says that there is no room for the spread of the coronavirus in the Colombo municipal areas. He said that the support of the people is needed to prevent the spread of the virus. Therefore, he requests the public to stay at home as much as possible and minimize travel. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
An important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Director of the Housing Development Authority, Major General Udaya Nanayakkara, says that 80% of the housing needs of the people who have lost a house will be fulfilled. This program is implemented under the Saubhagya Dakma program of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He said the aim of the president is to provide ownership of a house to everyone. He made these remarks participating in the Atul Patha program of the SLBC today. That was the main news story. Watchlight is up next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight. Due to the current COVID-19 threat, the Dehiwala National Zoo, the Pinnavalla Elephant Orphanage, the Pinnavalla Zoo and Riddhi Yagama Safari Park under the Department of the National Zoological Gardens will be closed. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow. The headlines. Early voting records smashed amid enthusiasm wave in US. Israel to ease a second lockdown after cases decline. 9 detained after Paris school teacher killed. State election officials across the U.S. are reporting record numbers of voters casting their ballots ahead of the election day on the 3rd of November. More than 22 million Americans had voted early yesterday, either in person or by mail, according to the U.S. Election Project. At the same point, in the 2016 race, about 6 million votes had been cast. Experts say the surge in early voting correlates to the coronavirus pandemic, which has caused many people to seek alternatives to election day voting. Texas, a state that has relatively tight restrictions on who can qualify for postal voting, set a record for most ballots cast on the first day of early voting. Israel's government has agreed to ease a month-long second nationwide lockdown after a significant decline in the number of new coronavirus cases. From tomorrow, people will be permitted to go more than 1 kilometer from their homes for essential purposes. Nurseries will be reopened and restaurants will be able to serve takeaway food. Beaches, nature reserves and national parks will also reopen for visitors. The Prime Minister declared the lockdown has been a major success. Israel has reported 300,000 COVID-19 infections and 2,128 deaths since the start of the pandemic. French prosecutors are reportedly holding 9 people in custody in connection with the killing of a school teacher outside Paris. The junior high school teacher had shown his students a caricature of the President Mohammed as part of a class on freedom of expression. Local media say the teacher likely angered some Muslim parents or students as news of the caricature spread online. Police found the teacher's body with a knife wound on his neck as they arrived at the scene after receiving a telephone call about a suspicious man yesterday. The officers shot the man dead after he reportedly yelled, "God is great," in Arabic, and attacked them with a knife. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Early voting records smashed amid enthusiasm wave in US. Israel to ease second lockdown after cases decline. 9 detained after Paris school teacher killed. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is next.
Development news is brought to you by
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neveyi.
Development news. Governor of the Southern Province, Dr. Willie Gamage, has observed the construction work of the Lankagama-Nilwela Bridge. This bridge will be constructed under financial grants provided by the provincial councils of the province and the workforce of the Sri Lanka Navy. The initial construction work commenced under the mediation of the governor of the province. That was development news. A look at sports news next.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house.
Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neveyi.
Sports news is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
The Sri Lanka Wrestling Association says the meeting of office bearers of the association will be held on the 30th of this month. The working director of the association, Sarath Hevavitarna, said that accepting of nominations will end on Wednesday. That was a look at sports news. Business news follows.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go.
It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie chocolate cream biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Governor of the Sabaragamuwa province, Tikiri Kobeakadua, says the support of state banks will be obtained to enhance the tourism sector in the province. The project to reactivate the tourism industry in the province is being implemented. He said, there are more than 150 tourist hotels in the Ratnapura and Kayagala districts. The governor also stated that the government has given many concessions to hotel owners to develop the industry. That was a look at business news. Economic news follows.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The agricultural export crop cultivation has been expanded by the Export Agricultural Department in the Hambantota district at home garden level. Under this program, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon and pepper will be cultivated. Training programs for farmers, plans and necessary guidelines will also be provided to enhance the agricultural sector in the district. The cultivation will be carried out with the use of organic fertilizer. That was economic news. Finally, we take a look at the weather report.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
And finally, we take a look at the weather report. The Met Department says a few showers will occur in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts. Showers or thundershowers may occur at a few places in the eastern province and in the Vavuniya and Mullaitivu districts. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The Minuwangoda corona cluster rises to 2014. A hotline to obtain information regarding the coronavirus provided. 1,117 internship officers have been given appointments. A bilateral agreement signed between Vietnam and Sri Lanka to develop the fisheries sector. News from overseas, early voting records smashed amid enthusiasm wave in the US.